They served honey and tea on the show, and they served some tea on the show. Bowl Breakdown is next.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Oh, there we go. Our song. I love it. Oh, you guys in the chat room, I see you. Oh, my God. Love you guys. Welcome to the Bowl Breakdown here on AfterBuzz TV, the Bold and Beautiful After Show. It's Sunday night, so it's the end of the evening, of course. Hope you guys have your drinks, be ready to talk, and sit back and talk about the week that was in Los Angeles and Forrester Creations. I'm your host, James Lott Jr., and you can follow me. We're all James Lott Jr.'s are sold, of course, at James Lott Jr. And you can follow us on Facebook at The Bold Breakdown, on iTunes and YouTube at The Bold and Beautiful After Show. And, of course, we have the Bold and Beautiful mini spotlights on JLJ Media, all kinds of bold and beautiful stuff, and here we go. There we go. I love it. You guys, hi. I see you guys in there. Rodelli, Timoteo, Nikisha, Haywood, Beatrice, Jacob, Luke. You guys are in there. I love you guys are here with me. We have a good show today. We'll talk about what happened, of course, that happened. But first, we're going to talk about, I'm going to have to ask my engineer to pull up the two pictures. I have two pictures I sent in also I want to show. Because my lot in Los Angeles, actually, I brought back food. You know, for a while I've been doing like just me, and I'll bring that back again 30 years ago. But I brought some food this time, and if you see on top of here, on the desk here, there's a place called Toast. That's good food, has some good breakfast there. But they also serve pastries and stuff. This is a chocolate mousse in a jar. In a jar. So I love it. And then we have a cinnamon raisin cookie. They're huge. These things are huge. Like, hello, it's huge. And a peanut butter cookie with peanut butter chips in it. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. So good. Amber's baby is in there too. Hi, Michelle D. I'm going to see you guys in here. Yeah, so taste is really good. And we have two pictures we're going to show you. One is the actual place Toast. It's always busy. A lot of celebrities that go there. A lot of reality shows have filmed there. That's how I found out about this restaurant through, remember, there was Run's house, Run DMC's Run, and he has kids, where his daughters came to LA and had a show. That's when I first saw it, was on that show. I was like, I forgot the name of the show at this point, but there's the two daughters, Angela and whatever Simmons, had their own show. Then the next picture is of a food that my brother-in-law had the other day, which is this like chicken salad on a pita panini thing. It's so delicious, you guys. So good. Oh my God, I know, it's just so good. Yeah, peanut butter cookies, so good. So Toast is great. Toast is on 3rd Street in LA, 8221 West 3rd. It's near La Cienega. You go to toastbakerycafe.net. Also, the portions they have for their food is they have full portions and half-size portions. The full portions are so big. Just want to let you guys know that. So, yes, that's Toast. Put that over there. And now I'm looking at this camera over here. You guys. So you guys are wondering where Lindsay Godfrey is. Well, Lindsay couldn't make it last minute. She had a family thing come up. She's okay. We're going to reschedule her on the show, so don't worry. She wants to come on so bad. She was very apologetic, so we're going to work on her getting on the show. If you guys haven't, do they actually serve toast? Yes, they serve toast there at Toast. That's funny, Michelle D. I love that. But yes, so she'll be on the show. We'll get her on. We'll have her back on the show. We'll get her on there. If you guys missed the last week and a half, I had two special bowl breakdowns. Many of you guys were there live, and thank you so much for tuning in. We had Anthony Turpel, who plays RJ, and Pearson Faudet, who plays Thomas, both up for Emmys next Sunday. They had two shows with them. You can go to AfterBuzz TV on YouTube and find them, or iTunes, and they're on there. And they're so great. I want to thank Pearson. I want to thank Anthony. They're great guys. And you guys, if you saw or heard the episode with Anthony Turpel, yes, his voice is very deep. We couldn't believe it. Even Pearson and I talked about it on our show. Couldn't believe it. But we love Anthony. He's a fan of the show. So hi, Anthony. He's a fan of the show. And Pearson, of course, is always great to have him back on the show. He's been on her 3 times. So you can find those there. Also, I want to give a shout out to Matthew Evan Payne, who is here. He's outside there. He's in another show right now. He is here, but he couldn't be on the show tonight. He had other engagement, but he's here, and he loves you guys. I know you guys are mentioning him in there, so thank you. Oh, you guys watched the episode? Yeah, good. Okay, you guys can watch it. So it was, and Eden was on GH Report. Eden McCord was on GH Report today, so we get the guests for you. So let's get started, you guys. I'm actually going to take a little taste of this, this little cookie here. I'm going to take it. It's good. Okay. So let's get started with Monday. Okay, so we weren't here last week because we were off at Easter and everything. I'm going to tell you, I was waiting for Monday's episode because Friday's episode with the Spectra Fashion show is a hit. And Thomas is there, Coco is there, they're getting upset. Sally is conflicted. I was about to say, oh my God, it's going to be good this week. And it did not disappoint. You guys, did not disappoint. You know, Thomas had a right to get as pissed as he did, of course. Coco had a right to get as pissed as he did. I like that. I almost said Courtney. The real names are Courtney. That Sally, this new Sally, is conflicted. I like that she really wanted to be a designer. She really wanted to be on the up and up and have her designs be famous. And monetary reasons, the Spectra history. Patricia Darbo is really playing the F out of Shirley, and she's kind of mean. It's like, because I know that Patricia's so nice in real life, so she's just acting, but she's making me upset. Like pushing her granddaughter to do this. But of course they owe money, and I don't know, I like this confliction, and I see Amber's baby says, I wish Sally would have stand her ground when it came to Thomas. I was a little disappointed. I still don't hate Sally. It's so funny. Yeah, I just really, I really feel like it's realistic. It's really showing different sides of this storyline. Because before, Sally was unabashedly, she just would steal the rip-off. They were a knockoff. Here, they're trying to make their own history, but also they have bills to pay. And Sally, I just love how she's conflicted. I really do. And yeah, Patricia is killing it, Timoteo. I totally agree. You're like, no, well, awful designer. I think it's in the eye of the beholder, obviously. It's all subjective. Fashion is subjective. What we think is good, what we don't think is good. I think it's subjective. But I like the fact that she wanted to do it on her own. Whether it was good or not, I want her to do it. I mean, she wanted to do it on her own and get her name out there as a designer on her own merit. And it didn't happen that way. So now you have the success. They're cheering her on. And Shirley and they're like, go out there. You're a hit. You're a hit. And it's like, she's like, but I didn't really earn it. I just really didn't earn it. And I totally get it. I agree with Michelle D. I thought Thomas was going to be, like I said, I called him a new Thorn the other day. They was going to go and work for a Spectra, but they didn't go that direction, did they? And I think at this point, they can't go that direction now because she betrayed him. Yeah, Sally should go. She'll need to go back to. Well, actually, here's some news. Patricia Darbo will be returning to Days of Our Lives. She filmed some scenes they'll be airing in June, I believe, on Days of Our Lives. So, but she's on with Bold and Beautiful now. So there you go. Yeah, Luke, I agree with you. Let's find out what Shirley's backstory is and like why she's so cutthroat. But yeah, so Sally leaves the runway and runs after Thomas. Shirley gets mad at Coco because Coco's like, how did this happen? Because she's like, I mean, for her, I feel bad for her the most because she really was the innocent lamb in this whole thing. She really didn't have a part of this. She was just wearing the jewelry. She had no part. And so she's like, and Shirley's like, no, this is what we do. We got to make money. And this is what we do. It's the legacy of the Spectra things. And I see some of you guys in the chat room actually like what Shirley's doing. I mean, I get what she's saying. I get both sides of it, kind of. I see what Shirley's doing, and it's like it's kind of the legacy of what they do on the show, and they gotta make money and things like that. But then it's still wrong. They stole the fashions. I mean, it's all completely wrong. God, it's wrong. RJ and Brooke, nice little scene together. Seeing them talk, and RJ's like, well, I didn't go to the Spectra show because they didn't want me to go, and I wonder why. And yes. Then Brooke and RJ see the collection, of course. And I felt bad for RJ because he was innocent. Of course, though, he's showing all his designs. I mean, we made jokes about it on the show when he came on the show, just showing all his wares, so to speak, to Coco to impress her. We had a good laugh over that. But Mr. Maxwell, who's there, of course, who, of course, we know is under the thumb of Dollar Bill, was like, these are Forrester knockoffs. He knew it right away, didn't he? He was like, there wasn't even a thought in his brain. He was like, these are Forrester knockoffs. These are knockoffs. Meanwhile, Saul gets up there and is like, it's so funny how it's like great commentary on society where people don't care. Mr. Maxwell was about to tell everybody it's fake, and they didn't care. They just wanted these designs at designer prices, and people were going. And it's like life. It really is. It's completely, on some level, it's a great thing because fashion is very expensive. We can't all afford it. And stores do cheaper, lesser designs of popular, like Louis Vuitton stuff. Maybe it may not be an LV, it'll be a CC or something. But you have to have lesser designs that you can sell so you can have the look, but for a cheaper price. It does happen all the time. But they're all, yeah. Shirley's background, it'd be very interesting if we learn about her background. Let me find. See. I think her and Eric should get together. How's that, you guys? Her and Eric fall in love a little bit, have a little thing because obviously Eric's been made to be a chump with this whole Quinn thing. I don't want him with Katie. So I'll see him with Shirley. Maybe Shirley is Shasha's mom and probably Avant did her wrong. Ooh, that'd be interesting too. Wouldn't that be an interesting storyline? See, if Chica Darbo and Oba Baba Tunde together would be great. Oh my God, it'd be so funny. So Sally and Thomas have their talk. And he basically tells her we're not looking at the same way again. And I love that Sally was like, I'll tear up the designs. I'll throw everything away. I want you. I don't care about all this stuff. It's not worth it. And he's like, nope. He's been betrayed. He can't get over it. He can't. And on Tuesday, the Forresters find out. We knew it was a matter of time they were going to find out. Oh my God. And so it's just like, okay, they're upset. Of course, you're going to attack Thomas about Sally and RJ about Coco. Sally and Shirley have their talk finally on Tuesday. And Sally had made a point that I thought was actually really interesting. She was saying that she could have reached out to Thomas beforehand. And, many of us have made mistakes, right? And you think, and hindsight's 2020, and something goes down, and you're like, I should have said something. I should have done something before. And you didn't. And it's like, well, there you go. You have to watch what you do. Everybody has choices. And Sally made her choice. And Shirley stands by her stuff. Shirley's like, we can climb out of our thing now, our hole, and pay back everybody. And I know. I just think and I'm looking at you guys in here now. Katie's a stalker. You don't want to know Eric and Shirley? No way. Yeah, yes. The problem is Thomas does fall in and out of love a lot. But that's what they do on the show. They kind of just do that, and it kind of happens. But Coco and RJ have their talk, and I like that it's like a Romeo and Juliet story. I love it. I think this is what this show needs. I think I like the warring families. I'm all down for that. Yummy. I'm down for that. I think it's a great storyline. And now with the fact that they don't want Coco in the building anymore, and they're just like, he believes her, and of course he believes her. But she was innocent, but he believes her. But they go off on her and they want her to leave. And when she gave back her corsage to RJ, that was kind of sad. Like, oh, the corsage. It's like that was like, oh, it was a shame. But gotta go. And then Shirley, of course, is telling Sally, we're bottom feeders. We need to grow up, basically. Shirley is standing her ground. She's like, no, this is how we do things. It's how it is. Because she's like, bottom line, I raised you two. Because we still don't know what happened to the parents. So I raised you two. I invested in you. Remember she said a couple weeks ago, I invested in you, and I want to return. Well, there you go. You still want Eric and Brooke to Mateo. Okay. Interesting. No to Katie and Wyatt. Yeah, I don't want Katie and Wyatt either. Tommy still wants Caroline, Thomas, and Douglas. I know. Well, if you watch the Pearson interview, he talks about that actually, about the Thomas thing. We talk about Sasha. We talk about all this stuff. So it's really good. Okay, so the first flashback, you guys. I bring those flashbacks on for you guys. This one is from a while back. It says Sally and Stephanie become somewhat. Sally's kind of a grandma in a way. About little Alexandria that's born to Darla and Thorne. It's a fun little clip conversation.
Hello?
Hey, Queenie, are you awake?
Yes, I am, as a matter of fact. I was just sitting here looking at pictures of Darla and Thorne and Alexandra.
Oh. Well, they don't make families any better than theirs, do they?
They don't. And the way things change so quickly around here, it's wonderful to have someone as stable as Darla.
You know what? Her birthday is coming up. So why don't we do something really special and throw her a real hoedown? What do you say?
Okay, if that's what you want to do. Let's talk about it first thing in the morning, though, okay?
Right.
Bye, doll.
Bye.
They should have not killed Alexandra. Dumb mistake, first of all. That makes me dumb. Secondly, we need some more Thorne in our lives. And third, it's especially sad seeing, you know, Darlene Conley. Of course, she's not with us anymore. What a great actress. And Susan Flannery, who's retired, were powerhouse actresses. And their characters became friends. They kind of became friends. They started out adversarial, and we got a chance to see over the years they become friends. And I think that's just, it's just a wonderful thing. RJ should have been punished because he kept showing Coco the designs when they said not to. I agree with that. I agree with. I mean, he was just like showing designs. RJ being a typical teenager. Yeah, exactly. That's the whole thing about RJ. He's being a typical love-struck teenager. You do all kinds of stuff when you're love-struck when you're a teenager. You do all stuff when you're an adult and you're in love. You know, that stuff happens all the time, too. That's always smart. Now, on Wednesday, we had Bill and Brooke. So she gave back the sword necklace. Okay, so you guys, I need your opinion. You guys are here in the chat room. I have to ask you, because I actually have a problem with this a little bit. Brooke saying, I love you back to Bill. It's interesting because, she was in love with Bill, when she was in love with him, of course. But it's so funny. It's like, so she's done with Ridge. She goes exactly back to Bill. Bill's happy, of course, because Bill, he wasn't wrong in the situation. He didn't do anything wrong. He just sat by and Ridge messed it up. So Bill actually, he has something, he's fine. But I think that it's just kind of weird. It's a little jarring to me. It's just like, well, you were all in love with Ridge like 2 weeks ago. And, he hurt you. I guess you're in love with both men, I guess. I don't know. It was just weird for me. It sat with me weird. Even though, I like the scenes, I like them together. They're very playful. And I've always liked Bill and Brooke. I don't really did to Katie, of course, but I like them. But I just feel like, I don't know. So you guys aren't feeling, let me know if you're feeling it or not feeling it. I don't know. The Forcers are still pissed about Spectra, of course. Coco and Sally, everybody's feeling betrayed, and, Coco goes off on Sally, and then Steffi's is like, okay, we're the Spectras, we're Forcers, they're Spectras. They're really setting up the divide. It's completely there at this point. Bill's pissed because it's to show success. I couldn't stop laughing about his thing. He says, I'm still moving forward. So I don't know what that means. Like, what's he going to do? What can he do? The place of success, they can pay their rent and everything. I don't know what's going on. So that's going to be interesting. And Thomas and RJ have their scene where they talk about the Spectra sisters. And Coco's time, and Thomas is right. Her time is done at Forrester, whether she's innocent or guilty. They're done. So you guys are agreeing with me, I see. Bill and Brooke's too soon. He should have made her work for the real Bill Spencer would have. Brooke and Bill are just not my cup of tea, but I guess that's for the real fans, not for me. That's Brooke for you. I like them. I said I liked them together. I just felt weird. It was like, I love you. Here's a sword. Let's just be back together all of a sudden. It's like it should have been. I agree. It should have been worked a little more. It should have been some more time. I just feel like that's just a little too soon. I don't know. Just for me. That's just me. I don't know. I don't know. Sally goes to Steffi, or Steffi goes to Sally, and they have their moment. And Steffi's like, maybe we'll be friends one day. And Steffi's like, no friendship there. I guess it's kind of crazy. Where's Liam? They're not showing him right now. They rotate characters out. So he's not on this week, obviously. I'm not a big Liam fan anyway. But but I think I just really think that this new Sally 2.0 and Steffi 2.0 rivalry. It's now it's in full gear. Now there's a real reason for them to really hate each other, other than just like she didn't like her last name. So I guess we'll see how this plays out. We'll see how the Forresters have to really come together and figure out what they're going to do next. And which is what I love. That's what I love about The Bold and the Beautiful. They do great fashion shows. They do great boardroom drama. And so I'm very excited to see, because Thomas, Ridge, and Eric, all their designs were pilfered So they got to figure out how they're going to do this. It's very interesting. Now, but our next clip, of course, is from a while back also. It's with Sally's breakdown. We're not going to show the whole thing. We're going to show some of it. I'll let them know when to cut off, but we're going to show some of it. This is back when Darla was there and Clark, and they're getting ready for their fashion show and stuff.
Tony, this is your best yet.
Gosh, the fabric is just incredible. Yeah. Here, let me see. Oh, Sally, it feels like a dream.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. A pipe dream, probably. Where did you buy it, Exotica. That's what I thought. It is a pipe dream. Very lovely, very lovely, very, very chic, very expensive,
Sally, we'll just price it right.
No, can't be done. What we will do is rethink the design and change the fabric. Sorry. Buy it at, Material Planet. Okay.
Prices of conscience. Wait, look at her. That moves out.
Well?
Sally, we cannot get this kind of fabric at Material Planet.
I know that, Antonio, but what we can get is credit. We can't get that anywhere else. Everybody else demands cash on delivery. So, since we have no cash, that's it. Period. Antonio, go back to the drawing board. Give us something we can afford.
Sally, this is the centerpiece of Tony's new collection, and he's taking it to a whole new level. This is fabulous.
Yeah, no, so's a Rolls Royce. But what good is it if you can't afford it, if all you can afford is an old, used Chevy?
That's when it
We
showed
have to
that.
start facing reality
It's
around
funny
here.
that Sally actually had her own things going on too, and how she was just like, "This is not working. This is hard. To be a knockoff is hard." I would never be in a fashion business because it must be really hard. Watching this show, it's just so hard. It's a tough business, and so I like that they showed that Sally had a crisis of faith back then, and I agree with you on here. The fallout of the fashion show does make the new Sally and Steffi hatred make sense now. It really comes together because there's a tangible reason now at this point. And so, and both actors are killing it. So I'm ready to see that. Yeah, it probably should start from the very beginning, but but now they're doing it. They're working it out. So on Thursday, Brooke and Bill are still in the throes of kissing. And I love when Bill, it was so funny, you guys, when Bill clears the desk in old soap fashion, he throws everything on the floor, which I always thought, who's going to pick that up? I guess if people will pick it up for him. He's like, dollar bill's not picking it up. Tosses it on the floor and tries to throw on top of the desk. She's like, wait a minute. Brooke's like, no. You're not throwing me on the table and doing me right here. I love that. And it's just like, it's so like, I want a proper reunion. It's like, okay. You tell him, Brooke. She's like, give me the keys. She's like, give me the keys to your house. It's okay. Bill is so happy. He is happier than a clam. Excuse me. Meanwhile, Carter's back. Our friend of the show, Lawrence St. Victor. We love seeing him. And he's back, and he's the lawyer, of course. And actually, this part of the show, I was talking about this with my brother JR today. It's really interesting because they bring up a very interesting point. For a lot of people, in terms of knockoffs, what the Spectras did, of course, was take their designs and modify them. Make some of the skirts shorter, change the color of a strap, change the shape of something else. So they basically are the designs, but they're modified. And he said in terms of law, there isn't much that they can do about it. And he brings up the point of shoes, saying that, all shoes, basically, they gotta look the same, most of it, but it's just there's different emblems and things. You can't really, there's not much you can do to a shoe. And you can't really sue anybody because the shoe looks the same. You can't sue anybody over that. Because if you modify it with a different color or a logo, it's just different. And I thought it was really interesting because, yes, in this business, if you just modify, use a different fabric, that changes everything. So, Eric and they were pissed, and I know Eric was pissed at Ridge, which I was like, yes, that's very good, of course, getting mad at him, but just saying that, he's furious because they got to start over. And Carter tells him it's going to cost us money. It's going to cost you money just fighting it. And they're not going to get anything out of it. So I think that was a very interesting way of getting around that. And the folks, they don't care. Like I say, the folks don't care. They want the cheaper designs. Katie comes into the kitchen and bothers Quinn. Of course, I like that she's needling Quinn. Even though I don't want Katie with Eric, I don't want her with Eric. I've said it many times. But I just think I just like it's just funny the way she just needled it. They're making it kind of fun now for me. It's kind of funny. Let's see. Okay, yeah, Amber's Baby, write the show, Amber's Baby. You write it and tell us what's going on. Yeah, Luke agrees with me. Who's the people all this stuff on the floor? I know who's the people all this stuff. I guess when an assistant walks in or a cleaning person, they're like, all this stuff's on the floor. But anyway, so she's just like, I want a job at Forrester. So Katie wants a job at Forrester. And Quinn's like, well, excuse me. Well, you kind of offered, and I'll tell Eric if you don't tell me. Basically blackmailing her. But Eric's still Eric's still asking why you and Brooke didn't get married to Ridge, and I feel really bad for Eric because even though they didn't sleep together, but now everybody knows that they've been kissing besides him. So torn because I really liked Eric and Quinn, but I'm liking Ridge and Quinn. And I was torn as Ridge as I'm like, this is crazy because I like seeing her redemption in Eric, and Eric deserved happiness. So I don't know. I'm just so torn. But this, like I said, the Quinn and Katie has been fun. Ridge, Eric, Katie, and Quinn are in the same room together, and I just love that Ridge is like some things are private. Katie's the man, because all of a sudden they're serving tea. As I was mentioning at the top of the show, it's so funny. Suddenly, Quinn has tea all the time. And I love tea, and I drink tea all the time myself. But it's just like, all of a sudden there's tea everywhere. And shortbread cookies, tea and cookies, I love that. And Katie's like, shortbread cookies, okay. And she wants honey for her tea, which I love that they're bringing in some of the old Donna stuff. Because remember, Donna lived there at one point too, was with Eric. So the honey thing, of course, that's a whole Donna thing. And she says that was a Donna thing. I love that. Finding a whole cabinet full of honey bears. It's kind of funny. But Quinn and Ridge, that tension is there. I like the use of history in the conversations everybody's having. I love that. And I love how Katie and Eric are talking, how you Logan girls love honey. Love that also. You think so? I also got to think the scene is stupid. I like to hear all parts. Some people don't like the scene. The shade is real. I love the shade. I love the shady shade. A shady Sunday. So you guys, you don't like the scene. I get it. And some people say they're not used to the whole why does Katie care about Quinn. I'm trying to go for the assumption that Katie, she's Eric's been part of their family for so many. He's been with her mother and two sisters, and she is like a friend to him. I know they're trying to play it a little bit like she likes him, I guess. I hope not. But I'm going with the assumption that as a friend, she thinks Quinn's crazy. And she's looking out for a friend. And plus, Katie has something else going on. she has nothing else going on. So you don't buy Luke, you don't buy the Eric-Katie friendship. It's a plot driven. They're really friends. Why wouldn't she just go to Eric? Well, it's a soap opera too. So, if you tell it right away, then the storyline's over. No, I agree with you. I think Eric needs to know. I wish that Katie would tell Eric. Here's something for you guys. Katie tell Eric, and then Eric keeps it a secret, and her and Katie keep it a secret, and then Eric tries revenge on Quinn and Ridge. Give him some backbone. Give Eric some backbone, right? And he works out. So he doesn't look like he doesn't turn to like this crying fool. He just turns like, I'm going to get back. This is the last straw. I thought I was happy. And this is the last straw. I'm going to get back at all of them for what they did to me. I love that storyline. I would do it. James, Katie is off her meds. Eric is the something bear. I can't see what that is. My eyesight's bad. No, I want to see it play out. I want to see it. I buy Eric and Katie as friends. But I just don't want them together. So Katie brings up in front of Eric about the job at Forrester Creations, and Eric brings up a history again. You did run the company for a while, and it was good. So they don't know what role she's going to play in the show. And that'll be interesting to see what she does there. Katie and Ridge, You know, Ridge claims he still wants Brooke. He wants it. Meanwhile, Brooke says to Bill, I want to be yours. I want to put her. I mean, she makes a really romantic evening, and she wants to be a Bill for the rest of her life. So, I mean, I don't know. I just want to see Eric ripping into everyone who knows what happened with Ridge. I know. That'd be good because John McCook can act, and when he went off for everybody the first time, I can't wait. Those things are gonna be good. It'll be so good. There's never been a consistent friendship with Eric and Katie, so that's my issue with this story. I guess for me, you know what? I don't have a problem with it. For some reason, you know, some plot devices, I agree with you, like, okay, that's a little too far. They're really pushing that. This one doesn't bother me so much. I'm like, okay. Katie and Eric is friends. I mean, again, in a weird way, it is kind of rooted in history because the Logan girls and the Forrester men have all been close. I mean, I don't buy it. Eric's too old to be a honey bear. Oh, honey bear. That's so funny. You're not buying Thomason's. Oh, Daisy Flower. Hi, Daisy Flower. I'm not buying Thomas and Sally. Oh, okay. I like them together. I have no problem with them together. I think Thomas has chemistry with Pearson Faudet. He has chemistry with everybody. Don't have a problem with that. A lot of people aren't buying Thomas and Sally. But here's the thing. It's the number one soap in the world. So we would have to really poll everybody in the world who, if they like them or not. Because there are many folks who like Caroline and Thomas. They like Sasha and Thomas. So, I mean, I guess it's just one of those things. He has a lot of admirers and stuff. So, I don't know. I'm going to do a little bit of news, and we'll talk a little more about the show. It's a little news. Let's see. Thank you.
AfterBuzz TV News.
This is courtesy of Soap Opera News, our buddies. You can find them on Facebook at Soap Opera News with a Z, or Twitter, Soap Opera News with 2 S's at the end. Don Diamont, Bill, lost his mother-in-law, Sandy, his wife's mother, recently. We sent our heart goes out to Don Diamont, his wife, Cindy, and the whole family. It's hard to lose a loved one. And so I just want to send my heart out to them for that. It's just sad news. On another note, Bowl Breakdown will not be here next Sunday due to the Emmys, but we will be back Sunday, May 7th. I'm working on some guests to come on for May 7th, and I want you guys to know that. There's some more interview shows coming up, like the ones we did with Anthony Turpel and Pearson Faudet, so keep an eye out on those. Go to our Bowl Breakdown page and stay in tune for that. I want to give shout-outs to all of the different Facebook groups. Oh, my God, there's so many. There's even new ones. I'm finding new ones all the time that are sharing our links and our interviews and our news. Thank you so much for sharing those things. It's a lot. Bold and Beautiful has a large community. Also, I'll be debuting Bold and Beautiful Rewind soon on my JLJ Media page on YouTube. You guys have really responded to my latest episode of Bold and Beautiful Mini Spotlight on JLJ Media. So that's youtube.com/JLJ Media for all Bold and Beautiful Mini Spotlights. You guys are showing up. People are showing up for those, and I'm getting the views, and I appreciate it. I love doing them. And you guys are just the best. Bold and Beautiful has some really good fans, and I'm so happy to be associated with this show. And shout outs to Jennifer and Ava over at Bold and Beautiful PR. I love them, and they're great too, and thank you. Amber's baby. Lindsay couldn't make it. She had a family thing and couldn't make it. We're gonna reschedule her for another time. And I know, yeah, you guys, I'm gonna miss you guys too. I know, I love doing the show. I love coming on and doing the show. Matthew and Payne will be back at some point. He'll come on and do it again with us. Just again, stay tuned to all our social media, and you'll know all that kind of stuff that's going on. Let's see. Let's look in. So some last little things before we go in the chat room. Let's see. When they said "I love you," it didn't ring true. I guess you're feeling about not Katie, Bill and Brooke, but they do love each other on some level. It just felt weird. It felt really weird to do that. I'm holding out for Eric to go off on Quinn and Ridge. I know, we're waiting. We are waiting. Pearson Faudet could have chemistry with the wall. He's that kind of guy. Yes, he is Luke Smith. Pearson Faudet, you guys, he's my buddy, of course, and everything. Having him here in person is just amazing. He gives the best hugs. He looks at you when he talks to you. He's so nice and friendly. I feel very blessed. I get to know him as a person. And he comes to my shows. I totally agree with that. So he's just the best. Katie working at Forrester, that's a plot device, obviously. That doesn't ring true to me either. Kind of like, why are you going back to Forrester? But she doesn't need a job. She has nothing going on. Oh, yes, the money. Okay, this is the one part. I'm glad. Okay, I want to thank Michelle to bring this up. I couldn't stop laughing. I loved it. The money trail. Usually it's like flowers or rose petals to the bedroom. It was stacks of money. Oh my God, I loved it. Stacks of money. And she made a money dress, a lingerie money dress. I loved it. Oh my God, it was so good. I'm so glad you brought that up. I almost forgot what I was going to mention. I almost forgot to mention that. It was so. Oh my God, it was so good. I thought I want a money dress. I want some money pants or money shorts. I want some money shorts. And I walk around and wear them, and like of like a bunch of $50 bills. I'll do that. Thank you. Matthew is fun to come on the show with, and he has other commitments sometimes. He does a couple of shows here, of course, and so yes, he's always welcome here anytime. Him and Brandon Larkins are welcome here anytime. Yeah, tomorrow's episode going to be a good weekend. So what I'll probably will do is I'll probably do a Bold and Beautiful mini spotlight about this week, so we won't be on. I'll probably release it at the end of this week, since we won't be on next weekend. And so just to kind of hold us over until the 7th. Also, I want to congratulate and just cheer on all the nominees for the Emmys this next Sunday, which they're going to be at somewhere in Pasadena, and they're streaming it. I don't know where to find it. People are asking where to find it. I got to look and find out where it's going to be too. But they're streaming it live online. And I got to figure out where it is. Once I find out, I'll pass information on to you guys. Go to the Bro Breakdown page. I'm not sure where it is, but it's next Sunday, the 30th, the daytime Emmys, and all our Pearson, Anthony, Heather, Tom, all of them who are nominated. Anna Marie Horsford, who plays Vivian, is nominated. I wish you guys all the best of luck. It should be a good ceremony, and hopefully you'll come home and take some awards home. Because I love the show. I love it so. I do. I love it so much, you guys. I want Rich and Quinn together to have a full-fledged affair. Oh well. It may happen, right? Because so far I've been liking it because they haven't had a full-fledged affair, so it was kind of fun they haven't. But yes, I want a money dress, but I don't want to get cut. Oh, I know paper cuts. I didn't think about that part. Ooh, paper cuts are the worst. So I guess you would get new dollar bills. Let's get old ones that are used. But you guys, thank you guys for coming in the chat room. I want to say this to you guys because we're the last soap of the evening. I know it's late for some of you guys. I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you who comes in here live every week. When I see your names pop up in the chat room, I really do get giddy inside. I'm like, oh my God, they're here. You are my co-hosts. And it's just amazing to me. I see you guys online. I see you guys in the chat room. I see you guys during the week on the page and commenting and liking stuff. But when you come in to live chat with me, I'm just so excited. I get so happy and excited. You guys are here sharing this show with me. I was streaming on Twitter and Facebook. Facebook and Periscope. Well, I'll make sure I look it up for sure and make sure that I post for people who don't know. But I will definitely thank you, Kimmy, for telling me that. I'm going to look and try to figure that out. It should be on network television. That's my shade for the evening, but that's a whole other story. Don't get me started on that. But anyway, so you can follow us on Facebook, The Bold Breakdown. Use the hashtag The Bold Breakdown on Twitter and follow me at James Lott Jr., where all James Lott Jrs. are on Twitter. And like I said, next week we're not here, but May 7th we'll be back. It'll be my birthday episode. It'll be my birthday right before then, so I'm going to do a little celebration with you guys. I love you guys so much, and thanks for joining me this week. Enjoy Bold and Beautiful this week, and we'll talk soon. I'll see you next time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.